Hello, and thank you for joining me today to review the Integrated Leadership Model. Effective leadership is accomplished by incorporating the five key areas of leadership. These areas should be implemented and shared throughout every level of an organization. Vision and mission, shared values, strategy, empowerment, and engagement are necessary in order to create a sustained culture that is results driven and goal oriented. A leader or a group of leaders that have the ability and willingness to influence others towards a specific result and purpose will gain a great benefit from integrating these areas into their organization's existing culture and developing all levels with the same leadership practices and philosophies to promote success. As Gill states, leadership is showing the way and helping or inducing others to pursue it. This entails envisioning a desirable future, promoting a clear purpose or mission, supportive values and intelligent strategies, and empowering and engaging all those concerned. The five key areas of the integrated leadership model all share an interdependent relationship when forming the overarching topic of leadership. To be effective, leadership simply cannot implement a strategy without a clearly defined mission and/or vision of the organization in place. To create the mission and vision, the organization must have a set of shared values that make up the culture of the organization. To implement the strategy, leadership will set up a list of strategic objectives or goals to make the drivers of the organization a reality. Lastly, the tactics of empowerment and engagement, when appropriately and effectively used, will drive the success, as these are the areas that will work to motivate, inspire, and influence the associates of the organization to work to implement to drive to success. These five key areas are not ranked in order of importance, but instead are illustrated as acting dependently of each other. A mission and vision cannot exist without shared values that define a culture. If there is not purpose, a strategy will not exist without effective leadership and an established mission and vision. And engagement and empowerment are necessary in order to build teams that carry out the work that is needed for an organization to be successful and effective. Without a common vision and mission, an organization essentially is aimless in its endeavors. As I work through the self-assessment, I examine the topics of vision and mission as it relates to communication, decision-making, leadership style, and behavior. My experiences in this area have been somewhat strong, as I have been part of creating both pieces for organizations that I have worked for in the past. As a leader in my current organization, I actively work to make sure that my team knows their purpose and where we are headed for in the future. To be an effective leader, one must be able to communicate and implement the committed vision and mission by creating aligned strategies and ensuring that all stakeholders throughout the organization have the same commitment level as top leadership. When examining shared values as it relates to leadership abilities, values are examined according to the ability of the leader to communicate and describe values, encourage team members to embrace and align their own values to the organization, and determine whether decision making is in consideration of the shared values. From self-reflection, I have also found challenges on how my own personal values as a leader align with the firm's beliefs and principles. In my readings throughout this experience of leadership self-assessment, I have come to the understanding of the importance of shared values and how they drive the results of the business and the impact that it has on the organization's culture. In assessing myself in the area of strategy, I have evaluated my skills on a much more stringent basis than some of the other areas. While all of the areas in this integrated leadership model are important when evaluating one's skills, I put a high emphasis on leadership skills in the area of strategy. Once the mission, vision, and goals are established within an organization, it is time to execute by planning, coordinating, and aligning resources to meet the objectives. This is strategy, and this is what drives true leaders to be successful. Empowerment is a necessity to be effective in leading a team, department, or organization. The levels and tactics of empowerment will vary depending on the core functions, skill set, and responsibilities of the associates. Nonetheless, an element of empowerment should be used when working towards creating a high-performing team. I consider myself very familiar with this area of leadership. However, additional growth is a takeaway for me, as having the skill set, knowledge, and confidence to empower others is critical in being the best leader that one can be. Promoting true engagement in leadership by motivating, inspiring, and influencing is a major element in effectively leading people. Unfortunately, in my experience, I have seen far more weakness in this area than strength with leaders I have worked for and with. Engagement is an area that needs the most attention in the subject of leadership as a whole, as it is for this reason that I see as a major area for myself to continually improve upon. Vision and mission, shared values, strategy, empowerment, and engagement, as discussed, are required areas when building an integrated leadership model. A truly effective leader must possess core competencies that align with each of these 5 crucial areas of leadership. Through reflection of my own strengths and weaknesses, I have been able to assess the fundamental needs that I must focus on in order to be the most effective leader that I can be in my current organization, as well as other endeavors that my career path will lead me to. This journey will continually evolve as I take every success and challenge as an opportunity to further my professional and leadership development. Thank you for your time today. I hope you have found value in the integrated leadership model.